Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I have the Kawaii Tarot out and I felt drawn just to pull some cards. And I've got the Rumi Oracle. I wasn't actually going to do a reading. I pulled the cards. We have the Page of Cups, the Hyphen in reverse, the Three of Wands, the Nine of Wands and the Two of Swords. The underlying energy is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So we have reversals in this deck. I read the back of the box. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yes, I did. I thought I read the back of the book, but that just has a button on it with a star in it. I think that represents a pentacle. So I did read. It's like it's a pantomime. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. I read the back of the book. The back of the box. It says, check out your future, Kawaii style, with the cutest tarot deck ever. Inside you'll find 78 adorably illustrated cards and an accessible guidebook to help you interpret your readings. Add this deck to your collection or use it to get started with card divination. Okay, and on the back of the box it shows the World card, the Three of Cups and the Queen of Wands. But we're going to read these cards. I started to read the Seven of Swords in reverse and decided we should put the camera onto record and I shall share this message. Okay, so the underlying energy is the Seven of Swords reversed, means mental challenge, running away and returning. The Seven of Swords reverse can signify a mental block. In other words, your mind stealing your focus and drive. It can seem impossible to overcome the block, but the reverse position of this card indicates that bringing in the energy from the upright Seven of Swords will balance you out. You may need to take something, even if it's not meant for you. You need to just reach out and grab it. The Seven of Swords reverse can also point to a solved crime and recovery from crime. It can represent runaways returning to your life as well. It's very interesting. Okay. Let's just address a few parts of this reading here. The reversed position of this card indicates that bringing the energy from the upright Seven of Swords will balance you out. And then we go to, you may need to take something, even if it's not meant for you. You need to just reach out and grab it. So let's have a look what the upright of the Seven of Swords means, because if you bring the energy, if you bring in the energy from the upright Seven of Swords, it will balance you out. So the Seven of Swords means theft, hiding and deception. The Seven of Swords is a card of deceit and betrayal. This is not in an abstract sense, but rather usually signifies a single source of frustration. It can perhaps point to a person you are close to or forced to be in proximity with. The Seven of Swords is known as the Thief card in a reading. The Seven of Swords warns you to be on your guard, especially against those who are trying to extract information from you. On the other hand, the Seven of Swords can represent your tendency to not do everything above board. When you do something you know you shouldn't do, it doesn't say that. When you do something you know you shouldn't have. Okay, when you do something you know you shouldn't have and try to hide it, something will go wrong. Taking the best path is not always easy, but going behind people's backs will have consequences you do not want. In some cases, the Seven of Swords represents a necessity to steal. You may not be completely in the right, And in brackets, it says by some definitions, but you may need to use a shrewd plan to circumvent ineffective bureaucracy. Beware though, although you may achieve your objectives, you may end up isolated. So I feel that's really important there, that there's something you need to do that's maybe not above board. Okay. We have the Hyphen in reverse, but you're being guided to do this. So let's have a look at the Hyphen here in reverse. Now, the Hyphen suggests traditions, doing things a traditional way. It feels like you may have to be a bit sneaky to achieve something. Let's go to card number 5. The Hierophant reversed, confusion, restriction and challenge. The reversed Hierophant can be a sign that other people don't understand where you are coming from, and that you yourself may be confused. To show that your course of action is the right one, point to the past. Doing this may help strengthen your argument for yourself as well. Okay, this is a lot about going against the grain, and because of the change in behaviour, people may believe that you have a mental illness. Just put it out there. I myself have had people that were very close to me think that I've gone insane, really, and that I have something mentally wrong with me, and have told me. So let's have a look at this. The reversed Hierophants can be a sign that other people don't understand where you are coming from, and that you yourself may be confused. To show that your course of action is the right one, point to the past. Doing this may help strengthen your arguments for yourself as well. I just looked at, I've changed, because people will say to you, you've changed, as if that's like a bad thing. And it's like, no, I've evolved. I've gone through a spiritual awakening. The Hierophant reverse can also mean an overbearing authority, can also mean, oh, okay, doesn't mean that. The Hierophant reverse can also mean an overbearing authority that is afraid to try new things. You may feel restricted or pressured to conform. Keep in mind, however, that even as the Hierophant is firmly set in his beliefs, he is relatively easy to please. If you receive this card in reverse, it may be time to learn how to live with this authority rather than being rebellious, rather than acting rebelliously. Let's go to the Three of Wands here. I want to sing All Together Now, The Farm. Okay, the Three of Wands. Peace, waiting period, and vision. The Three of Wands is a card that foretells a silent peace and joy after an achievement and the excitement over the potential of a new project. What's next? In numerology, the number 3 represents completion and harmony, while the suit of wands relates to personal development or business. Enjoy your feeling of achievement and know that something exciting is coming over the horizon. As a descendant of card 3, the Empress, the Three of Wands is about creation and nurturing. This card asks that you be clear about what you want to create in the future. The Three of Wands is about the big picture. Now that you are in a quiet moment, take time to think about the long view, the opportunities for your development and self-exploration are right. Oh, are right. Oh my goodness. Look, they're ripe. R-I-P-E. Ripe. Rest in peace. Easy. Okay, R-I-P-E. Is that what it stands for? I'm just going to get a drink. have a choice of Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Lucky me. We're going for Coca-Cola. Caught me slurping on my Coca-Cola. Okay. Let's go to the Nine of Wands. Oh my goodness, I have all these funny noises coming out of me. My nose is making noises now, little squeaky noises. Okay. I've opened up to the Emperor. Well, let's go to the Nine of Wands. Let's read the cards that are present. Is the Emperor present? Not at the moment in this spread. Okay. Nine of Wands. I'm becoming distracted though, so I feel he could be present. His energy is present. His energy is the present. Okay, very nice. Nine of Wands, being on guard, defensive and overwork. The Nine of Wands, although a symbol of wisdom and intuition, can be a bittersweet card. The number 9 in numerology stands for confident individualism. But this card can also represent a situation in which you feel like you are on the defensive, guarding against the elements in your environment all alone. The Nine of Wands recognises your strength and ability to overcome obstacles. With the Nine of Wands, you are nearly at the end of a cycle or phase you have been going through. You are wise and experienced. What is keeping you from completion and success is your hesitation to let your guard down. In some readings, this card may mean you are not allowing yourself to delegate tasks, whether personal or professional. You've come this far by digging deep and finding the will to continue, but it may be time to lead other people rather than to do the work yourself. The Nine of Wands in love readings can sometimes... What happened to the throat? The Nine of Wands in love readings can sometimes be a warning to proceed carefully. You may be wary of this person, and it's best to be careful and to watch for red flags. And then we have the Two of Swords. Hard choice, stalemate, and truce. The Two of Swords represents a balance of almost equal forces, like all two cards. Because it is from the suit of swords, these are powerful forces that you may have a hard time jumping over as mental hurdles. You may be finding yourself in the middle of a very tough decision with no clear outcome or fair ending. Truly open your eyes and ask yourself what you need to do to end this stalemate. The resolution will likely bring peace for you. The Two of Swords indicates a barrier that we create to protect ourselves. Whether you are guarding your emotions or keeping up a charade with another person, the fact of the matter is that you are only pretending everything is okay. It's time to stop avoiding the truth and make a final decision. Charade, facade wanted to come through, really. Okay, same thing, isn't it? Both choices may seem hard when making this a deadlocked situation. The lesson behind the Two of Swords is to open your eyes, seek more information and perspectives to help you make your choice. Burying your head in the sand will do nothing as this time continues to pass. So there's definitely a story there. I feel it's very much about well, do you want to be in the presence of a stalemate or a soulmate? Okay, let's finish with a message from Rumi. What do you want for your future? The Empress was made mention of in that reading, and that book really did want me to open up to the Emperor card, the Emperor page on there. That card came out very easily. Let's have a look and see what message it is from the Rumi Oracle. I surge on the uprising wave of love. Card number 5. My life can be summoned up in 3 accounts. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. Rumi. I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly, flying through water, to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled and my mind becomes a blurry mess, and I feel the truth of her love and the divine reflection she shines back at me from her radiant heart. Greater forces of planetary movements affect us all. We experience day and night through the interplay of the earth, sun and moon. This is a profound and obvious effect. The movements of the cosmos affect us deeply, body and soul. Some movements are perhaps less obvious in form, but are just as great, if not more so, in effect upon our spiritual growth and life experiences. You are going through a cycle, or very soon will be, by which you will be moved by forces greater than your own personal will. This is a karmic period, a time during which the movements of greater planetary bodies will have an impact upon the earth and humanity. This is the way of things, greater cycles affecting smaller ones. The smaller ones are not less important, but they do have to bow to the power of the great in oneness with the magnificent unfolding divinity that is life itself. What we always have at our disposal is choice as to how we respond to these affecting movements and cycles. The effect of this karmic cycle now unfolding in your life is to bring you into sweet surrender and awakening into greater love. What a delicious divine destiny. However, even if we sense at one level that a shift has a positive end in store for us, we can encounter resistance and fear, born of the ego, in response to the stirring of spiritual uprising. We may quake in our holy body and wonder if everything is getting out of control and into some disorder. We will be right in our sense of imminent chaos. The disorder, however, is the ego perspective, because its range of vision is too small, too limited, to comprehend the greater workings of the planetary systems that move life towards love. That is as it should be. The teacup is not made to hold the ocean, just actually a cup of tea. But if we begin to imagine that the cup of tea is preferable to the ocean, simply because it is more containable, how much we miss out on. And how terrifying when we are actually thrown into the ocean and moved by it, its sheer power, its wild force and its passionate dance with the Moon Mother might have us fearing that we most certainly will die. Yet the only thing that is dying here and now is your grasp, your attempts at control. Why? Because your heart is more powerful than your fear, and it wants to live in total trust and surrender of the unfoldment of life's genius. It wants to let life happen to it, and what a wise intention that is. Why seek to impose a smaller and less interesting story upon life when the great master storyteller is weaving a fantastic tale of great love, great adventure, and sublime spiritual success. No, it is wiser, wilder, and more fun to surf the great wave of consciousness seeking to overtake you now. Dive in, beloved. Serve with it, surge with it. Surge with it. You are being given a gift of grace in this oracle, the promise that you won't drown and that you will, in fact, be given a glimpse of your own divinity, should you choose to accept whatever will be offered to you. Don't try to swim against the tide of your own life journey. Go with it. The divine is there waiting for you, orchestrating waves upon which you may reach the heavenly shore. Yes, the divine is there waiting for you, waiting on a picnic blanket. I'm so sorry, the words are just, it's like we're just kind of going to shut down now. Let's not do that. That's really what this energy is about. It's about not shutting down anymore. It's about opening up. Okay. Yes, the divine is there waiting for you on a picnic blanket of fabric of the heavens, with a sacred feast of earthly bounty just now being unpacked in your honour. Get yourself into the ocean and ride those waves to your sacred date with the divine right now. Sweet beloved, surf's up. This oracle comes with a message for you. There are changes happening, and they will be out of your control. This is because you are ready for accelerated life change. Rather than paddling, you'll be caught up in a wave and moved farther, faster. Let yourself surge on with the energy of what is happening, leading with your heart and just going with whatever unfolds. This will bring you the best fortune and open you up to the divine destiny that is your birthright this lifetime. Let's do the sacred honouring ritual. Placing your hands on your heart, say the following. The grace of life touches my heart, and I am courageous. I surge, I rise, I meet the divine beloved in every twist and turn. I journey home on the wave of love, and I graciously accept the hand of my divine beloved, guiding me now through love, mercy, and grace. So be it. Close your eyes and focus on your heart. If you wish, you may like to intend to connect to a feeling of love for your heart, wise guide that it is. When you feel you are done, you have completed your honouring ritual. Let's leave this message there, guys. It was a very beautiful message. I will catch up with you soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.